In this video, I'm going to show you some more advanced features of Google Forms. So let's get started. First thing I would like to show is just how to change the background. Mine defaulted and set it up with this purple background. I'm not overly fond of it, but maybe you like purple. That's fine. But if you want to change it, here's one thing you can do. There's this little palette thing up here, and there's the purple that's chosen. Maybe you like that shade, or maybe you like this shade. It's all up to you. You can change the color, and it automatically kind of changes the color and the background. Now, there are some more advanced things, like you can click down here, and you can add a header picture. And they already have a whole bunch of header pictures set up. You can choose any of those that you would like. There's a nice sciencey one I like to use every once in a while. And you select that, and it loads that theme and it puts it right in there. So when you look, click on the eye for the preview, and then you can see what it looks like. And that's your theme. If you don't like that, you can always go back and change that in a lot of different ways. Go back here, and you can go with the other things that they have here, or you could choose to upload a photo of your own. So if you click upload photo, there it is. Select a photo from your computer. And very often, if I want to change the banner for across that, I will do a Google search for whatever I'm looking for. If it's earth science, I might do earth science banner and do that in images, and then upload from there. Be careful about copyrighted material. Please don't put anything that's going to get you in trouble. So that's changing the background and the header image. There's a couple of other things that you might want to do. That's more of a cosmetic thing, but a little bit more functional thing is you might want to add an image to enhance your questions, or you might want to add a graph or something like that. To do that, it's quite simple. I'm going to come down here, and you look on my little menu. I've got a couple of extra added things that I can put in here. I can add a new question, I can add a title and description, or I could add an image. So let's see, adding an image. Click on that. And the easiest way to do this is just do a search, and that immediately does a Google search for you. And so if I wanted to do something, let's see, I wanted to show layers of the Earth, for example. Of the Earth, search that, and it's going to show me a whole bunch of really great pictures that I could use. And this one is already numbered, so I might base a question on that. Select it, and now it's going to add that image right down here. And I could do several things with that. I can make the image smaller if I wanted. I could make sure that it gets centered, or right aligned, left aligned, however you want to do that. We also have our options to duplicate this if I wanted to use it several different times. And up here, the three dots, it gives you this option to hover text, which means that if I place this here, the hover text will, I could say something like, this is an image I got from Google, and set that up. My hover text is on there. It's not going to show up right now, but when I go to the actual live form in preview, if I scroll down and look at it, and I hover over top of it, then I'm going to get that little message. So use your discretion. What are you going to add in there? It's totally up to you. So I can do a couple more things with this. I can also add an image title, and that's one of the ways that you can use images. Another neat advanced feature that you could use is you could add a video. And you can do the same type of search. You can just, and what it does is it automatically searches YouTube. So I could do the same thing. Once again, layers of the Earth. And there's a whole bunch of videos. Now you're going to have to take some time to go through and decide which ones are the best ones. And this might require you to go out to the YouTube website. It's not always going to show all of the things that are available. It's kind of a basic search, so it's up to you to choose the one you want. I've already shown this video here in my class, so I can choose this one, and you can actually watch it. Make it full screen if you want to while you're previewing it. But if you know this is the one you want, you select it, and then click select. Now it's going to put that in there, and you can do the same things with this. You can make it larger or make it smaller, left align, right align. You can even add a caption to it. If you already have a video in mind that you have been using that's on YouTube, another thing you could do if you want to change this one is instead of doing the video search here, you can just paste in the URL from your video that you got from YouTube. So just when you're on YouTube, click on that and then paste it right in there, and you're good to go. Another advanced feature that you might want to do and add into your quiz is you might want to go to a second page. So you would click on Add Section, and it's going to give you a brand new section, which gives you a brand new page. We might actually want the video to be on a separate page. So I'll just call this video, and I want to add this one to that second page. So I'm just going to take it and drop it right down here. And now I have a section for video. Now, how does this look on the actual form? Let's take a look. Click on the preview, and now you'll see it's not on this page. You would have to click next. Now this kind of runs into a problem. If we want to look and see how it's shaping up, we actually have to go through and just put some answers in order to go to the next one. Now, this is a pain if you're going back and forth a lot. Because I didn't answer a question here. There we go. So very often when I am setting up my forms for the first time, I will not choose the required question option for each of the questions to begin with, and then when I feel like I'm done, I'll go back and click required for all of the questions before I actually assign it to the students. But you can see this is all set up to work. And there we go. I haven't added any questions to this one. Now, when I go to close this tab, you will see it's going to give me a little message asking me if I want to stay on the page or if I want to leave this page. This is assuming that I am actually filling out a live page, but we're not ready for that yet, so we are just going to leave this page. And so back here on our actual form, you'll see we have all of our options. There's the next page. I could add an extra page if I want to by clicking on Add Section. And if I wanted to add a title to this whole thing, I could do that. And you'll notice I can drag these questions around into any place that I want to. So if I don't like the order of my questions, I could add this question and put it up here. Or I could add the picture up here and just move things around like that. Another advanced option that you might want to play around with is the settings. So click on settings, and this brings up a couple of things like who can respond. Now, we are a Google Apps for Education school, our entire county is, and you might want to make it so only people from your county can do it, or you could change it to allow anybody to be able to respond. The other thing that you will see is you could make it so somebody can only submit one response from a computer. And this might mess you up if you have multiple classes, unless you want the students to sign in with their email address, and then it'll be fine. You can change your confirmation right here. The default is it just says your response has been recorded. You could tell them other things. You could, give them some extra instructions there as well. Another option of something you could do would be if you wanted to allow students to come back and maybe spend a couple of different days on the same form, you could allow them to edit their response. If you click that, when the students go to submit, then it's going to give them the option to edit their response, so they could actually click back on it and change anything that they feel they need to. Sometimes I'll have students copy and paste that URL and maybe save it to their own maybe email, or save it to someplace like a Google Docs, something like that, and then they could go back to it on another day. You can also have it automatically shuffle the question order, though that might mess you up because it'll change where you have everything, and if you've spent time laying it out the way you want, then you probably don't want to do that. The other option is to show progress bar. That is if you have several different pages. Like I just set up 2 pages on this, so it's going to give you a percentage how far you are done. So there you have a couple more options, and don't forget to click save, or if you click cancel, it's going to get rid of everything that you did there. Alright, in our next video, I'm going to show you actually how to find those responses. After your students have taken their surveys or taken the quizzes, there is a place for you to find them all. And there are a couple of different options you have when looking at the students' responses. And this will all be covered in our next video.